What it do? Gon' tell me how you feel. Chillin' with the big dog, giving you the real deal. No lies or gimmicks, keep it authentic. It's time to turn up, yeah, it's time to get it.
Basically, we got this little gadget here that we got going on. I got my phone, I got this nice little ring that goes around it. It makes everything light up and super nice. With the podcast said, we're doing it through the phone and we're doing all these little things because the podcasts are being edited right now, and I want to continue and I want to post it on the Infamous page, on my personal page. And like I promised you guys, I don't want to keep you waiting and keep you thinking that I'm not going to talk about anything. So all the podcasts are being uploaded at the moment and being edited and stuff like that. So today's topic is, we're going to talk about the nutrition part. So we're using a few supplements over here, and I'm going to explain how they can benefit you and what they're used for. So it doesn't really matter if you're bulking, if you're trying to lose weight. I'm going to give you various scenarios, okay? So the various scenarios, first we're going to do with a person like I have at the moment. I have a gentleman that approximately weighed 280 pounds and lost 30 pounds in 3 weeks. Now, with his diet, it was fluctuating, it was going up and down. So what I was doing was, at the moment, I kept his carbs pretty high. So I started with him with 600 grams of carbs throughout the day. As each week progressed, I dropped by 200. So he had 600, 400, 200. And with that said, he started to lose weight rapidly. Now, what I included in his workout was Carboline. Why? First of all, it doesn't have any sugars. It doesn't have any of those things. Yes, it is carbohydrates, but what I want you guys to know and learn is carbohydrates are good for your body. Carbohydrates feed your muscle, okay? It's not all about just the protein, okay? Protein is building blocks to your body, okay? Just like amino acids, all right? They get dispersed. Now, the carbs, that's what gives you the size, the muscle, the strength, the power, things like that. So what I have him doing is, during his workout, I would have him take 1 scoop of Carboline. With 1 scoop of Carboline, this has 50 grams of carbs per scoop. This has flavor. It also has unflavored. So you can do it however you want. Some people that do it unflavored put Crystal Light and put their flavor that they want of their choice, but these have multiple flavors. There's like 15, 20 different flavors of this. This one is strawberry. So this is the one that I like. I like to put it in my water. Now, as his carbs, with whatever you're doing, whether you're trying to lose weight, whether you're getting ready for competition, whatever the case may be, you can use this. This is not gonna, it's not gonna turn into any sugars or anything like that. It's not gonna hold any fat, etc. So I did that experiment with him, and he started to lose weight. And he was like, "Shit, Eddie, I'm losing weight and you're giving me carbs," because carbs aren't bad. It's what type of carbs you eat and at what time you eat them. Okay, so I would have him, for an example, would have him with 1 cup of oatmeal in the morning. Then I would have him with after 1 cup of jasmine rice. Before he works out, he would have half a cup of whatever, it could be Gerber, it could be anything, okay? I'm not telling you a specific type of carbohydrate to eat, but it's what I did with him. And then during his workout, I wanted him to have this. As he progressed throughout the day, I started to diminish his carbohydrates. Now that he's going on, this is his 4th week, he's going on 0. So I have him do this. I consider it a 0 because this is gonna be fed through his workout only, these type of carbohydrates. So he has 1 scoop of this and he's on 0, meaning he's eating vegetables with all his meals, with his egg whites. It can be asparagus, it can be green beans, it can be broccoli, it can be cauliflower, it can be cucumbers, etc. And the list goes on. So I have him doing his vegetables with all his meals, and then this during his workout, so his body doesn't eat up his muscles. This feeds his muscles and replenishes his muscles. Now, with that said, that's what I kind of do with everyone and their diet. I try to give them something good while they're training so they can feed their muscles. A lot of competitors use this product or other products like the Targo. It could be dark matter. It could be secret sauce. It could be different types of carbohydrate drinks, and it could be just straight glucose, things like that. Now, with that said, we're gonna move on to a little concoction here. So let's say you're trying to gain weight, okay? But you want to gain good quality weight and good quality muscle. I have these products here in my hand. Old school version would be, let's move everything, would be immediately when you're done working out, would be the Gatorade with the protein. It can be a whey protein, it can be an isolate protein, it doesn't have to be this protein, it can be any protein. I just have it at my disposal right now. This is a vanilla flavor. Now, when we were kids, you would have an orange creamsicle, okay? That's an ice cream bar, dream bar, that's what I would like to call it. Well, this goes way back, okay? I'm not saying that this is new. This is very old. This is an old school trick. Give me 1 second and let me turn off my phone before it keeps going crazy. Now, back to what we're talking about. This old school trick, what this would do is, yes, this has sugar. Now, immediately when you're done training, you want to spike your insulin levels, okay? It is a window of opportunity. We call it a 15-minute window where you can shuttle amino acids, where you can shuttle creatine, where you can shuttle protein, etc. Now, you have so many different ways of doing things. You go to the gym, you take your pre-workout. Most of the pre-workouts nowadays already have creatine, etc. You can drink your amino acids during your workout. When you finish, you can have your glutamine, etc. Now, what I like to do is, if it is unflavored, then you would have a scoop of your aminos. If it is unflavored, a scoop of your creatine, and then you have your protein, and then you have your Powerade, Gatorade, whatever your choice. If you don't want any of those, and you just want to drink your Gatorade with your protein, you mix them together. What I normally do is, I don't drink it like this. I freeze it. I let it get icy. It doesn't freeze completely. It takes a long time for it to freeze. So I make it taste like if it was ice cream, okay? So then, as I let this settle, you can either get a shaker cup, pour all the Gatorade and the protein and then mix it up. And then when you drink it, what's gonna happen is your glucose levels, which is your sugar levels, your insulin levels, are going to spike. It's going to push. It's like a strand. You get your hand here, you got your Gatorade, and you got your protein. When they combine together, they get pushed immediately into the muscles. So that's gonna push all that into your muscles. No, the sugar's not gonna stay there, and it's not gonna stay processed and turned into that, because it's immediately after you work out. You're gonna feel great. You're gonna feel replenished. You're gonna feel that your body's gonna be like, wow, what the fuck did I just do? And you just fed your muscles with the protein and the carbohydrates at the same time. Now, scratch that out. Let's move this to the side. We're gonna do the combination. This is a hard pill. This is Insulode by High-Tech Pharmaceuticals. This is Humaslin by Condemned Labs. Now, the difference is one is a hard pill, a tablet, and one is a capsule. Now, the ingredients are a lot higher on this one because this one is 1 tablet at a time. This is 2, but still this is very, very high compared to this one. But what I like to do is, since this breaks down a lot slower, I like to put this one with my meals. And when I mean my meals, it depending on how many carbohydrates you're going to consume. This one will tell you exactly the amount. This one I go higher because this one breaks down slower. Okay, so when I tell you my chicken and rice that I do, I'll do either 250 grams of carbs, 300 grams of carbs, whatever it is. I don't do anything lower than that because I'm using this product. Okay, I don't want my sugar levels to drop. This is gonna spike them. I wanna push everything into my muscle. I wanna push all the carbohydrates, all the protein and everything, so that my body feeds correctly and doesn't break down and store as fat or anything like that. That's what these are. They mimic insulin, okay? So this one is really strong because I tried it yesterday, and I see that this one tells you 50 grams of carbs before you do any type of activity, meaning you need to consume 50 grams of carbs with your protein or whatever you're gonna do. Now, what I did was I took in 50 grams of carbs, my jasmine rice, and I ate some chicken. It could be tuna, it could be turkey, it could be whatever you want. So I had my 5 to 6 ounces. I waited about 5 to 10 minutes. When I took the product, I went to go train. I already had it in my system, okay, because it was a light meal. So along with that light meal, I threw in my Carboline with 1 liter of water, mixed it up. As I was training, you start to feel your body asking for carbohydrates. You start to feel, it could be cramps, it could be whatever it is, but you feel it. That's how I know this shit worked. So as I felt that, I was getting a ridiculous pump that I started to sip on this throughout the whole entire workout. So my body kept asking for more and more, and the pump was ridiculous. The strength was phenomenal. Obviously, I took a pre-workout along with a Vaso Rage and things like that. Yes, that comes from that too. But I know the difference when I took this product. So this is phenomenal. This is phenomenal with meals. For me, you can use this with your meals. So can you do with this one. But I like to use this one for my pre-workout meal. And while I was training, I like to mix this combination with the Carboline. It was phenomenal, hands down. Then immediately when I was done working out is when I moved over to my protein and my Gatorade. You can do it so many different ways. Like I said, you don't have to do this. You can automatically drink your protein right after. You can have your aminos with your glutamine, your creatine, depending on what you're looking for, what you're trying to achieve. So, like I said, I use this with my meals. Then immediately I had my pre-workout meal. Then I waited 5 to 10, 15 minutes before I took my pre-workout, my nitrous oxide enhancer, etc., which we'll get into all those in another topic. Right now we're talking about these items. And then while I was training, I had used my carbs. You can do this also after you work out. You can consume another 50 grams of carbs if you want, depending on how you want. I don't like to do that. I like to drink my amino acids along with my glutamine and all those things, since I have my window of opportunity to help myself recover fast. Then I drink my Gatorade with my proteins, what I like to do. Every single one of you is entitled to do whatever you want. So basically, whatever questions you have, whatever questions you want to ask during this video, after you finish, you can send me a message, you can DM me. It's gonna go on the Infamous page, it's gonna go on my personal page, it's gonna go on the website page, things like that. So that's what we're basically talking about today, how you can spike your insulin levels, how you can have better absorption with your protein and your carbs. Tomorrow's topic will include whatever you guys want to talk about. You can ask me anything you want to talk about, and we'll talk about it. And we'll start from there. That'll be the first one, and we'll start talking about each supplement. You can ask me about a brand, you can ask me about whatever you want, and we'll go ahead and talk about that topic. I'll give you guys a shout out. I'll tell you who asked the question, who's the one who wanted to talk about this topic, and we'll go from there. Remember, some of these things are, to each and every single trainer, coach, whatever, they all have their own ways. They implement their own strategies, their own ideas. All of these things don't work for everyone. I'm just telling you what I've seen work well for a lot of people, whether you're losing weight, whether you're gaining weight, etc. And we'll get into all that. We'll start getting into the nutrition part. We'll start getting into more details. So guys, this is Big Dog kicking you the real deal. I hope you have a beautiful day. I hope you have a blessed day. I hope this was informal for you. I hope you got whatever knowledge you want, whatever else you want to know about, whatever else you want to talk about, just hit me up. Feel free, and we'll go from there. Take care, guys. Bada boom, bada bang, chicka chung, chicka chang. This is Big Dog, and I'm out.